Hello, welcome to the New Orleans Saints version of the NFL midseason reviews. The Saints are starting to heat up a little bit, just got a huge win over the Seahawks. This was my pick to win the NFC South, surprisingly. Um, and I thought they might be a little bit better defensively. I knew they weren't going to be a good defense for sure, but a big part of that belief was Sheldon Rankins, one of my favorite players in this rookie draft. And we're going to start seeing Rankins. With him and Nick Fairley, I think they could really get some help on that defense. And then you have a guy in Stupar at middle linebacker has been very solid for the Saints, especially in the pass coverage game. So interesting to see the defense start to maybe get a bit of an identity, and we'll see if Delvin Breaux can come back too. But they're obviously not going to get to a high level of defense with that roster and their history too. But offensively, Drew Brees is as good as ever. Definitely an MVP candidate for me, just the way he's slinging the ball around. The run game has actually been okay. Mark Ingram is not impressed, and he's fumbling, which is even worse. But Hightower looks good. And then this might be the best receiving core that Drew Brees has ever had. I think Michael Thomas is a guy that's not being talked about enough. He's doing everything for that receiving core. He's kind of their number one. Cooks is sort of that Deshaun Jackson deep ball, and then also some crossing routes as well. But Michael Thomas is their go-to guy on third down. The quick slants is mostly Michael Thomas. And then also Willie Snead's been very good. Kobe Fleener, not a fan of him at all. And they're not really using him, which hasn't surprised me at all. They're just another wasted contract there in New Orleans. But I'm definitely kind of optimistic about this Saints team. And when I look at them, I compare them to the Falcons, who are on top of their division. They're very similar teams. Offensively, I think they're almost on par with each other. And then defensively, they're both very weak. Sure, the Falcons have some more exciting players, but I think the Saints are a little more consistent in getting longer drives on offense, which rests their defense a little more. I think the Falcons still have some problems with some extra 3-and-outs that you don't want for your defense. So I think they're very close, and I'm interested to see if my pick of the Saints to win this division can pan out. And then maybe a defensive team in Carolina can figure it out and get involved as well. In terms of future outlook for this Saints team, not very optimistic. I mean, you got Drew Brees getting older. Receiving core is young, but, man, that defense has pretty much nothing to build around unless Sheldon Rankins can be like an Aaron Donald that you can build around. But they are going to have a lot of work to do. They have virtually no cap space. They have just been trying to squeeze every little bit out of this last window for Drew Brees, and I don't think it's going to result in a Super Bowl, unfortunately. But you never know. Maybe they can win this division with 9 wins, sneak in, and a few things go their way. You never know when you have a guy like Drew Brees. But looking forward, a long road ahead for that front office for Sean Payton. And that's all I'm going to say about the Saints. So next we're going to talk about the Panthers, and that will be an interesting one. So we'll see you for that.